What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Olu Nation. It's your boy, Rodrick Zalunya, man. It's been a while, right? I miss you guys, man. But welcome back to the channel. Hey, remember, we still don't watch porn, and no, we still don't masturbate. I don't know how that's supposed to go. Yes, we still don't masturbate, but welcome back to the channel. If you are an OG of the channel, man, I want to thank you. Thank you for being with me throughout this journey. If you are new to the channel, man, subscribe, leave a like, comment during the video, uh, turn on post for notifications, man, so that whenever I drop a new video, you get notified. I don't post as often as I wish I could post, but it is what it is, man. I don't have any excuse, right? But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the video. Today, I want to talk about how I made mistakes in the past, man. Um, yeah, I want us to talk about how I made mistakes in the past so that you guys cannot make the same mistakes that I did. The reason why I made this channel is because that I want to talk about the mistakes that I made so that you guys can capitalize on that to shorten the period or the span of time that you will want to achieve a certain set goal in any field that you're in. Maybe if you're in the field of fitness, if you're in the field of finances, if you're in the field of business, any kind of field that you're in, relationship. Maybe you want to have some certain standards or some certain qualifications for a lady in a relationship. We're going to talk about all those things in on this channel, man. So welcome. Let's get right into the video. So it said that the most learned man in the world is the one that has made the most mistakes. So it said that the most learned man in the world is the one that has made the most mistakes. So if that's true, then I believe I'm one of the most learned men in the world. But I believe that for me to say that I'm one of the most learned men in the world will be an insult to the most learned men in the world. For me, I believe that for me, I'm learning every day. I keep on learning every day. I keep on learning something new every day. But what I didn't learn in the past is how to stop making mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes and I wanted to learn things from first hand. Somebody will tell me, hey bro, don't do this and this, it's bad, it will turn out wrong. But I was like, no, I want to try myself. That's how most of us are. I want to try myself. I want to live with the consequences. But you're not supposed to do that, man. You can learn from other people's mistakes. So I made mistakes from business, from family, from relationships. I just made mistakes in general. I've made a lot of mistakes, man, in my life, and that's why I feel that if you're a guy, maybe you had no father figure growing up, or you have no father figure growing up, this is the right channel for you to subscribe to, man, because you're going to be talking about things that affect us men in our day-to-day lives, and how we can flip the script on that so that those things affect you in a positive way, or you can flip the script so that you don't come across those things, you don't make a lot of mistakes along your journey, so that you can shorten the amount of time that you can reach your goal. So the purpose for me to make this video, like I told you, is not for you to go out there and make a lot of mistakes because I say that the most learned man in the world is the one that has made the most mistakes. No, the purpose for me making this video is so that you can learn from my mistakes, so that you cannot repeat them in future. Like I said, so that you can shorten the amount of time for you to reach your goals. If you want to shorten the amount of time between you and your goals, just shorten the amount of mistakes you make along the way. Now, I'm not saying making mistakes is bad, but making a lot of mistakes is not will just prolong the time that it will take for you to reach your certain set goals. So I believe that for me the number one source of mistake, the number one source for me personally to make a lot of mistakes in the past was not being humble. I became cocky. And you know the reason I became cocky was I was doing business. I was a young guy. I was a young guy in campus. Um, I started making money in a certain business that I was introduced to. I was a young guy in campus. I started making money when I was very, very young. So I started being cocky. I thought I knew everything since I'm this young guy with some certain level of success. I didn't know better, so I started being cocky. I never wanted to listen to my mentors. I stopped learning. Um, I stopped reading books. I stopped improving. And by the way, as a man, in your journey, in your life journey, you're either improving or regressing, right? There's no staying stagnant. So you're either improving or regressing. A man who is improving is a man who is always constantly learning. Constantly, you're learning something new in the field that you're in the skill that you want to become great in. You're constantly learning, you're constantly learning, you're constantly sharpening your skills. Jim Rohn said that if he was given 6 months to chop down a tree, he would spend 4 months sharpening the axe and 2 months cutting down the tree. What does that mean? You should keep on learning to sharpen your skills. You should keep on constantly learning to sharpen your skills in the field that you're in. Remember, I told you, as a man, in anything you're doing, in any field that you're in life, you're either improving or regressing. There's no staying stagnant. You're either improving or regressing. So, I stopped. For me personally, I stopped learning. I stopped taking advice from my mentors, from my peers also, who are telling me, yo, man, you gotta be humble, stop being cocky, right? You gotta be humble, stop being cocky. So, if great philosophers, if great philosophers, I believe it was Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, who said that the only thing I know is that I know nothing. Now imagine one of the greatest philosophers in Greece saying that the only thing I know, in ancient Greece, the only thing I know is that I know nothing. What makes you and me, what makes you and I think that we know anything? So that's the mindset that you and I should be having, bro. Right? Me, like I told, I'll tell you this. Me, for me, the reason why I think it's not an excuse, but another, I think a minor, I can say a minor reason why I made a lot of mistakes in my life is because I didn't have a father figure, right? I didn't have a dad to teach me how to become a man. Most of the things I've learned of how to become a man is through experience, through the mistakes I've made. Even in relationships, I've made a lot of mistakes which I've had to learn from. That's how I learned that this is not the way to go. This is the way to go, right? I made a lot of mistakes in dating, like I told you, relationships, business. In fact, the major ones are in business. So, like I told you, I didn't want to constantly learn. I was always making mistakes. I didn't want to constantly learn. I didn't want to constantly improve. I became complacent. I didn't want to take advice either from my mentors. I stopped watching videos. I became complacent. I stopped improving even in business. Um, I just became complacent. And worst of all, I became cocky. I thought I knew it all. I thought I knew everything. And there's a saying that says that it's impossible to teach a man what he thinks he already knows. So if you think you already know something, it's very hard for someone to teach you again. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? But that's not the mindset you should be having. The mindset you should be having is constantly improving, constantly learning, so that you can avoid making mistakes or you can know how to tackle them along the way. For me, like I've told you, me, I didn't have a father figure growing up. My dad passed away when I was 12, very young. So I was only left with my mom, and a woman cannot teach a man how to become a man, right? I'm not being misogynistic or anything, it's just the reality. A woman cannot teach a man how to become a man. Only a man can teach a man how to become a man. So most of the things I learned on how to becoming a man is through first-hand experience, through mistakes that I made firsthand. And I learned from them. That's why I want to make this video, so that you cannot make the same mistakes I made, right? And the only way you can avoid that is just being humble, right? Just being humble, be willing to learn, right? Take advice from your mentors, read books. But reading books has helped me a lot in improving. Read books, 48 Laws of Power. Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Richest Man in Babylon. Those are just some of the books I've read, and I can tell you that they've improved my thinking a lot, right? They've improved my thinking, my life. They've changed my way of living a lot, right? Those same books can help you. Look, if you don't have a father figure to look up to, you don't have a big bro, you don't have a dad in your life like I didn't have a dad in my life, and you want someone to look up to, man, subscribe to this channel. I'll be your big bro. I'll be taking you through everything, every mistake that I personally made, right? Up to where I am today. And I'm sure you'll resonate with some of them or most of them. And you'll be able to say that, okay, I might have made this mistake in the past, but now this is how I'm tackling it. Or this is how I'll tackle this mistake when it comes in future, right? So remember, pride comes before a fall. And I came to realize that the distance between pride and the fall, in between here, is a lot of mistakes. You make a lot of mistakes. You make too many mistakes. Pride and the fall. So pride comes before the fall. In between here is making a lot of mistakes. And the only way you can avoid that is turning this pride to humility. Just be humble. Just be willing to learn. Right? I'm not saying that you cow down, you fold yourself and become small. No, just be humble, be willing to learn, listen, right? Keep on improving. Remember, I told you, you're either, as a man, you're either improving or regressing. There's no staying constant. So keep on improving, right? Read books, watch motivational, not motivational videos, watch mentors online. You can also watch motivational videos if you want to, but me, I think that discipline goes way further than motivation. Motivation just takes you, can take you so far. So keep on improving, keep on reading, find mentors online. If you can find mentors in person or in your place of work, good, find them. But make sure you're always. But then the reason why people swear so much by mentors is because the successful mentors made a lot of mistakes. So they'll tell you, go this way, not this way. Go this way, not this way. Because they themselves tried it and they said, and it turned out that this way is wrong and this way is right. So they swear by mentors because a mentor reduces the amount of time that you'll get to your goals. You'll get to your goals faster. So, all in all, man, to avoid all these making mistakes, yeah, you just have to be humble. I wish I knew that in the past. If I would have been humble, maybe I will right now I would be further than where I am right now. But it is what it is, man. All in all, man, just be humble. If you want to avoid making a lot of mistakes in life, just be humble, man. That's the bottom line. Just be humble and keep on learning. Be willing to learn. Keep on improving every day. Never get complacent. That's the only way you can avoid making mistakes in life. Just be humble, keep on learning in any field you're in. If you're in fitness, keep on learning. If you're in business, keep on learning. If you're in finances, keep on learning, keep on improving, keep on sharpening your skills, right? So guys, we've come to the end of the video, man. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment down below, turn on post for notification, guys. Anytime I post a video, you get notified. Olu Nation, we out. Peace and love.